Welcome to the PTCE 2026 Day Before Exam Preparation Guide. This video covers over 30 high-yield slides, the top 200 drugs, and the 4 key domains you need to master for success. The PTCE 2026 content outline includes 9 core areas, ranging from understanding the exam changes and medication essentials to federal requirements, patient safety, order processing, and calculations. Chapter 1 focuses on understanding the 2026 PTCE changes. Key updates include domain weight adjustments, with medications making up 35% and federal requirements at 18.75% of the total 90 questions. The 2026 exam features updated domain weightings, reducing medications slightly while increasing federal requirements. Added content includes DSCSA, expanded medication safety, and automation. Compounding calculation questions are reduced. The PTCE exam structure consists of 90 questions, 80 of which are scored, completed in 110 minutes. The passing score is 1,400. Remember to arrive 30 minutes early and be ready for an on-screen calculator. Chapter 2 is dedicated to medication essentials, helping you master the top 200 drugs. We will cover key generic and brand names, classifications, and indications across cardiovascular, CNS, GI, and anti-infective systems. For cardiovascular meds, memorize the suffixes. ACE inhibitors end in pril, ARBs in sartan, beta blockers in olol, and statins in statin. Be aware of key side effects, like the dry cough associated with ACE inhibitors. CNS drugs include SSRIs like sertraline and controlled substances like benzodiazepines, which end in PAM or LAM. Remember the DEA schedule for opioids, such as oxycodone and morphine, which are Schedule 2. GI, respiratory, and endocrine medications cover PPIs like omeprazole and H2 blockers like famotidine for GERD. For respiratory, albuterol is the rescue inhaler. Insulin should be refrigerated, and levothyroxine treats hypothyroidism. Anti-infectives include penicillins, cephalosporins, macrolides, and fluoroquinolones. Counseling points include finishing the entire course and avoiding alcohol with metronidazole. Remember the black box warning for tendon rupture with fluoroquinolones. Chapter 3 focuses on drug classifications and suffix recognition. Learning these systematic naming patterns allows you to instantly identify the drug class, such as pril for ACE inhibitors and prazole for PPIs. The cardiovascular and metabolic suffix cheat sheet is crucial. Examples include pril for ACE inhibitors, sartan for ARBs, and statin for cholesterol-lowering drugs. Also, no common exceptions like HCTZ and carvedilol. For CNS, GI, and anti-infectives, recognize suffixes like PAM or LAM for benzodiazepines, prazole for PPIs, and fluoxetine for fluoroquinolones. Remember to watch out for common traps, such as metformin, which lacks a class suffix. Look-alike/sound-alike, or LASA, medications pose a high risk for errors. Examples include hydralazine versus hydroxyzine and lamictal versus lamisil. Use tallman lettering and separate inventory to prevent mix-ups. Chapter 4 covers federal requirements and controlled substances, including DEA regulations, handling controlled substances from CI to CV, the DEA Form 222, and DSCSA track and trace requirements. The DEA schedules range from Schedule 1, which has no medical use, to Schedule 5, which has limited abuse potential. Remember that Schedule 2 drugs like oxycodone require DEA Form 222 for ordering and an exact count for inventory. DEA Form 222 is mandatory for ordering Schedule 2 controlled substances. Ensure it's signed by an authorized person, completed correctly, and retained for 2 years. CSOS is the electronic alternative. The Drug Supply Chain Security Act, or DSCSA, requires product serialization using a 2D data matrix to track and trace medications. Technicians must verify products, report suspects, and quarantine questionable items. REMS, or Risk Evaluation and Mitigation Strategies, are FDA-required safety programs for high-risk medications. Key REMS include IP-Ledge for isotretinoin and monitoring for clozapine. Also, remember the federal daily limit of 3.6 grams for pseudoephedrine sales. Chapter 5 focuses on patient safety and quality assurance. This includes critical safety protocols, error prevention strategies, recognizing high-alert medications, understanding LASA drugs, and the importance of drug utilization review. High-alert medications, or HALT, carry a significant risk of patient harm when used incorrectly. This group includes anticoagulants, insulin, concentrated electrolytes, and opioids. Safety strategies include double checks, separate storage, and barcoding. Prevent common error types like wrong dose and wrong drug by employing barcode scanning, tall man lettering, and avoiding dangerous abbreviations. Report all errors and near misses using systems like MedWatch. Chapter 6 covers order entry and processing, a critical domain. Topics include understanding SIG codes, basic pharmacy calculations, knowing the NDC numbers, and inventory control procedures. Mastering SIG codes is essential for prescription interpretation. Familiarize yourself with codes like BID for twice daily and page O for by mouth. Always avoid dangerous abbreviations like U for units or trailing zeros like 5.0 milligrams. Pharmacy calculations require mastering metric and household conversions. Remember that 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds and 1 teaspoon equals 5 milliliters. Use the D over H times Q formula for dosage calculations and dimensional analysis for verification. For IV calculations, flow rate in milliliters per hour is volume divided by time. Drip rate involves the drop factor, which is 60 drops per milliliter for micro drip sets. Use the C1V1 equals C2V2 formula for dilutions. Chapter 7 focuses on sample questions and exam strategies. We'll practice exam-style questions to apply your knowledge and review test-taking techniques to manage your time effectively. Review these sample medication questions. Can you identify the ACE inhibitor, the generic name for Lipitor, and the LASA drug pair? Ensure you understand the rationale behind each correct answer. These federal requirement and safety questions cover core knowledge. Schedule 1 includes heroin. DEA Form 222 is for Schedule 2 ordering, and isotretinoin requires the IP-Leg REMS program. The daily limit for pseudoephedrine is 3.6 grams. Practice calculation and processing questions. Remember to calculate the total volume needed for a course of therapy and correctly interpret SIG codes for day's supply. The NDC identifies the drug product, strength, and package size. On exam day, aim for 75 seconds per question and flag difficult questions to return to later. Get good sleep, eat breakfast, and trust your preparation. Utilize process of elimination and read every question carefully. You've got this. Take confidence in your knowledge and skills. Remember the key metrics: 1,400 passing score, 110 minutes, and 90 questions. Good luck on your exam day. Your CPHT credential awaits.